Yeah.
No. So you guys got it covered?
Me first.
Hey.
Let's for everyone. Come in. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
I have been waiting for this.
Welcome, man.
How are you?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Fine.
I'm good.
We're gonna sign some things.
How's it going?
So we'll talk. So I see where I'm at.
Good morning, Melissa. I'm a hugger.
How are you?
Melissa. Nice to meet you. Okay. So here's the second.
Nice to meet you. How you doing, bro? How are you? Hey, good morning, bro. Nice to meet you.
Can you just did you already sign your liability form? Okay, cool.
Here's you want? I've got a couple more.
Come on in, guys.
Clipboards. We're hurrying.
How are you?
What's going on, Michael?
So happy to see you guys.
I know.
How about you? Thank you, thank you. Your name? Oh, perfect. You. Awesome. You're here.
Yes.
Take your back.
Welcome to the academy.
Thanks.
So let's have someone. Oh, yeah. Can you show him back to?
Yeah.
Perfect.
What's your name?
Thank you. Robert.
Robert.
I go by Bob.
Bob, nice to meet you. How are you, buddy?
Yeah.
Welcome to the academy. Come on in.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Oh my, look at this.
So, I am a freshman from the back. If you're with the VIP program, you sit here. Yeah, and then you just sit in any other.
Sit wherever you like. And
Your name?
Melissa. We're just keeping. Okay. Laura. We're just
Coach Figs.
keeping
You know, it's like a yes. I am
Okay,
another one.
I'm a hugger.
So am I. Just give your name. Are you VIP here? No.
You are just
Inside. Come on in.
This one is. Your name?
Thanks. That's about it.
We're supposed to be yesterday with somebody like from some place or nobody like who actually lived here for
Yeah, he does.
I'm gonna start
It's always easier to see your own name, right? Hello. Who else needs one? You finished?
This guy.
Michael?
I was waiting for everybody else.
So, Nate.
Oh, yeah.
Austin!
How you
Awesome. Hi, how are you?
Hearing this,
Laura. Hi, beautiful. How are you? Laura. I'm a hugger. Come on in. Come on in. Did you sign your liability form?
You done with it?
I am.
Okay, cool.
Worked out very well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I need more.
We have a trash out here? We have a trash out here?
Hello.
You know I'm going to
Yes.
I don't really like it.
All right, well.
We just take this along.
Okay, this one.
You're running away?
Sorry. If everybody needs.
Say no way.
I know.
Very good to be out.
Use of image.
Donovan, did you get your name tag?
Did you guys get your backpacks?
Bag? Oh,
Nice.
Get your backpacks. Get your backpacks.
too many came in at once. Yeah, I get all that. Somebody didn't charge you that.
It's okay. You got your backpack, baby? Did you sign your liability form? Perfect. You're more than welcome to come inside now.
Yeah.
I need a hug. I don't want to hug you. We gotta have an extra long
I'm
weird
so,
hug.
okay,
Just because I was supposed to do this.
okay. I'll take an extra long weird hug. No hug is too extra weird for me, you should know that by now.
I know.
Yes, please. And did you get your okay? Okay, and you did the way.
That's right.
You got your backpack?
Good.
Did you get your, no, your backpack? You got your backpack?
Yes. There we go.
What? Ah, you got your backpack?
Oh, I do,
You got your backpack? You got your backpack? Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay, now I'm recalling. Yeah, it's like a different kind of music. That's yeah, so good because I'm like up for it and like so like this.
Boston! I haven't said hi to you yet.
What's going on, man?
Pleasure to meet you. Oh, I suppose not. We're fine. Yeah, it's nothing's gonna happen. No, okay. Sweat, water.
Okay.
I'll go grab some towels. Hey, Tom. Tom, can you grab me some paper towels?
Especially when you're kicked out of the house. I should have done that.
Dude, I am impressed right here.
Hi, Brenda. I'm John. How are you?
I remember you from Vegas, girl. How are you?
I wonder, like, how does I know. He's turned into a whole different person. I've been speaking tongues.
More excited for the thing.
Yes. Oh yeah, Texas heat. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Houston.
The final recording?
Yeah. I turn them off.
Oh, wow. What's he do? Can't tell. Noses.
That's it.
I thought you had said something.
Next time we go to the tarmac and they go, we don't have enough fuel to get. So he goes,
Sit by my girl. Sit by my girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen.
Someone out of the wild blue yonder has the vision to take the bodybuilding world by storm. That is John Vasquez, who created a multifaceted business based in Phoenix. Team Vasquez Bodybuilding now includes a personal training team, sponsorship for local athletes to compete at the state and national level, after-party events, promotion, and bodybuilding DVD.
Take care of your body.
Just get off my back.
We don't have time for this.
Look, I know what I'm doing. What is going on?
Fuck. The cards were declined, John. You broke Vasquez. However, you're fixed now. You're worthless. Killers.
Thank you for calling Ivan.
Yeah, I was just at Walmart and my car's declining. None of my cars are working. You need to deal with these.
What is your name, please?
John Vasquez.
1 moment.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself, Vasquez.
No, just look at what I'm asking you to do.
No more use for you, John.
I'm sorry, there's no way you get there, right?
Check again.
It's time.
No. There's certainly nothing we can do.
It's time to die.
Dear Father God, please forgive me. Watch over my daughter. Watch over my mom and dad. I didn't mean for it to end this way. Father God, please forgive me. I didn't mean to hurt anybody, God. Please.
And now, help me welcome Coach JB and Kevin Anytime.
Welcome everybody. Pretty shocking video, huh? So December 18, 2006, I attempted suicide. 15 years later, we're all here today together. So I want you to ask yourself a question. Why are all of you here? Some of you crypto, some of you are like, what the hell did I just get myself into after watching that video? But I'll tell you what, when you walk out of here on Sunday, your life will be completely different. So there's one thing that I want to share with you guys. Out of 100 people, there's only one warrior. If we were to go to war, out of 100 people, 90 would die. 9 people would bring people back. Or excuse me, 9 people would win the war and only 1 person brings people back. We have found over the last 3 years of coaching close to 4,000 people that there's only one warrior out of 100. And I believe it's all of you guys. So many of you guys are here for different reasons. It might be crypto, it might be to get rich, but I'll tell you what, we're gonna find out who you are this weekend, and we're gonna dig deep. And so December 18th, I woke up, that was attempted suicide on December 18th, 2006. Now why is that important? Because when I woke up, I was hopeless. The guy before was a completely different human being. And 15 years later, here's where we're at. So usually motivational speakers start with all their accolades and the books they've written and all the success they've had, building million-dollar companies. I want to do it completely opposite and share with you guys that I'm broken just like everybody else. But one thing you'll get from me is I will never, ever, ever give up. And I truly believe that every single person in this room is a generational shifter. That every single one of you is going to shift your generation. Because the time that we're in right now will never happen again in our history. It's not going to happen in my daughter's history. My son being 5 years old, it's not going to happen in their history. And I don't think people realize what's actually happening in our world right now. And I truly believe that you guys are the generational shifters. So welcome home. Kevin?
Yeah, we just really want to make sure that you guys get what you're looking for out of this program. Okay? So keep that in mind as you're listening to us, as you hear us talking about all of this different stuff. Whatever you're here for, ask yourself, what are you becoming in that process? Okay, this isn't just some entertainment for you. We put a lot of into it so that you guys can actually gain something tangible. You got the book, you got the workbook, you'll be able to take notes. Try and really, really dive into the information. Don't just blindly look at it like it's a TV show. Just really, really grasp as much as you can from it. And then once you get that information, don't let it leave your mind as you go back to the places after this whole thing is all said and done. Apply everything that you've written down. Practice it. That's going to help you to become whoever you're trying to become.
Anything is possible. I'll tell you, sorry, I had my mic on before, but anything is truly possible. And that's why we decided to do things opposite and show the trials and tribulations versus the success. Because I think we all look at other people's lives and compare ourselves to other people's lives or their success. And every time we see someone else like, oh man, it looks like they have so much more than me. But what we're here to tell you is that you have everything you need already. Every single one of you is already wealthy. And we hope that you'll find that this weekend is that when you find wealth here, and you find wealth here, you'll be rich beyond your wildest dreams. And so that's why we showed that video, because what I found is I was trying to find myself in something outside of myself. I was chasing this thing outside of myself. Whether it was cars, bodybuilding, club promotion, I was 15 years ago, I was a completely different person. But I kept seeking, and then when I went into corporate America again, I was seeking that thing, the 535 by BMW, the house, the next level of position, and I found that I was in this vicious cycle. I was back in the same cycle again. And I'm like, what is this all about? But I believe probably everybody in this room is somewhat into XRP, right? And so XRP to me represents freedom. For some reason, when I learned about XRP, something said freedom. We were sitting in this facility. This was a while to build this facility here to be where we're at today. It's just somebody comes walking in and said, have you guys heard of XRP? And we're like, no. And I looked at it and I'm like, some reason it spoke to me. It was like something about freedom. And then when we went to Vegas for the meet and greet, the people, all of you guys, the energy, the people talking in here, it's a different breed of people. It's an interesting thing, and it gives people purpose, it gives them life. So we're going to have a lot of fun today, so welcome home, guys.
Shiba coin, too.
Yeah, what is that? Shiba. Oh, Shiba's the next conference down the road. All right, good.
Yeah, the welcome home, this is your home. Don't feel out of place here. Okay, we're all like-minded individuals. I'm sure some of us may have been isolated and you feel like, man, I wish somebody got what I got up here. I wish they would understand what I'm talking about. We are those people. You are those people. We're all here to share ideas, Nobody's over anybody else or anything like that. We all are on the same playing field. We're all trying to learn. So, housekeeping items. We got restrooms in the back, women's and men's. First is the men's, second is the women's. Please keep your cell phones on silent or a low vibrate so that it doesn't interrupt anything while we're presenting. Be present. Again, that's what I was talking about before. You know, if you gotta take notes, there's no shame here. Just take notes, share ideas, take notes on people's conversations that you have with. Okay, just be present, be here. Play full out. So when we break out and do groups and everything, don't hold back, all right? Do the activities, dive all the way into it. That's how you're gonna get the most out of everything. Get used to being uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable right now. I think we're all a little uncomfortable right now, right? I'm a little sweaty on here, you can't tell, that's why I wore black. But just get used to that because that's part of the growth process, all right? Respect others and their viewpoint. I'm sure we all understand that everybody is from a different place. We have different dialects, different everything. So just respect others' views and their viewpoint. And then we expect you to be 100% authentically you. Okay? Be you. You don't have to be, oh, hey, everything's wonderful. It's like, no, if you're like, yo, just the other day I went through some stuff. It's fine. It's totally fine. Just be you. You're very comfortable here. This is your home again. All right?
Awesome. So Warrior Tools. So you're gonna have your You Must Believe Way of Life book, and as we go through this, we're gonna tell stories to connect everything together. Because the interesting thing about that book is what we're about to go through this weekend, and a lot of people are here. So let me explain to you guys something really quick. So we did something pretty special, which we'll share with you guys. This is a leadership conference. And yes, we can talk about crypto, okay? So what we did is I'm gonna show you guys in just a moment. We brought our research, we flew our research team down here. We have Jackie, our technical analysis person here. Selman's in Germany, he's stuck in Germany, so we couldn't get him out here. But we brought our team here. So breaks, lunch, the evening, we're gonna get together, we're gonna talk crypto. We can talk your plans. So this is leadership, but what we're really working to do is, before I go through the tools, we're working to really build a foundation for you to become wealthy. That's the key. Now wealth comes from here, and it comes from here. I promise you, when you start to feel wealthy here and here, you'll be wealthy the rest of your life. When I was the poorest physically, that's when I was the richest, mentally and spiritually. And from that point on, abundance is chasing me. There's a thing called resistance that we're going to manage through because nobody's teaching this stuff. Everybody's talking about how to get rich in crypto and how you're going to make $589 with XRP, which would be amazing, right? But the thing that we're going to ask you in just a moment is like, in the process of who are you becoming? That's the most important thing because all you're going to do is exasperate, if that's the right word, exasperate who you already are. So if you have anxiety and stress and you're always worried, guess what? If you have $10 million, you're going to be more stressed, more worried, you're going to have 10 times more anxiety. Biggie said it. More money? More responsibility, actually. You had it wrong. It's not more problems, Biggie. You need to change your mindset. It's more responsibility. When you have more money, the more money we get, the more responsibility we have to help people. That's how we feel. This is a freedom company. We're here to help as many people as possible become free. So you have your You Must Believe Way of Life book. You have your printout of the book so you don't have to write your book. You have your Warrior journals and pens. You got your water bottles. Cool, they're like nice and cold. And then you got your Warrior backpack, so you have to wear that whole weekend. The whole weekend. All right, so we want you guys to meet the Warrior Council. So I'm Coach JV, so I'll tell you a little bit about the accolades. I know because we're doing everything opposite of the world. Everything opposite. We were talking about this. We're going to continue to do speaking. We do speaking. I have a speech coming up. And when they ask for the bio and stuff, I'm like, I can tell you all the shit I've done. Like, but let me tell you the shit I've been through. I think that's more important because we always talk about, I've written 2 books, I have a top podcast, top 10 on iTunes now, all these accolades, right? We built $1 million company, blah, blah, blah. But what's more important is the things that I went through to get there because nobody talks about that, right? The thing that we did to build this business was unrealistic what we did, right? So we want to talk about the hard times, the discipline and things like that it takes to get here. So I'm Coach JV, I'm the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. So when I woke up from that suicide on December 18, 2006, 48 hours later from a phone call from my mom saying, I don't know what the fuck's going on with you, but you need to read a book called The Secret. And if you meet my mom, the sweetest old lady, first time she ever cussed in her life with me. And she said, you need to read a book. She had no idea I woke up. She woke me up from an attempted suicide, and I read a book called The Secret. At that point, I thought, I was like, what the hell happened? I'm like, I thought I was dead. I'm like, I'm in this fog, and I get this. So I go to get the book, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh my God, I created all of this. I created all of this. I wanted to be famous so bad. Well, I was in bodybuilding magazines, and I had a bodybuilding company, and I was a club promoter, and I had all these friends, and I had a H2 Hummer, and at the house, and the fitness, model wife, and I had all that stuff, and I'm like, but why was I so miserable? But I asked for all of that, but what came with it was all the things that were attached to it. So I'm like, wait a minute, so if I did it this way, and I'm negative money in my account, can't take care of my 3-year-old daughter, maybe I could just flip it the other way. I have no other choice. So I started saying, I'm great, I'm powerful, I'm beautiful. I look in the mirror every single day, and I did not look powerful, great, or beautiful at that moment. I looked like a crackhead, I was drugged out, it was wild. I put myself through my own rehab, and I would just stare myself in the mirror until I could see it. I could start to see a change in myself. And then I started to see things differently. I'm like, wow, and then 15 years later, here's where we are. Like, this is what we're doing, and we do this every single day. So what we're about to go through this weekend is what I practice, it's my life.